So sound is speeding, we are recording. And Ginger, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, hello and welcome. My name is Keelan Bowers, and I'm one of the coordinators for the Film Lab's Unfinished Works program. Film Lab is a nonprofit organization where we've been working to create gender and racial parity in the entertainment media space since about 1998. Unfinished Works is a program where we provide a workshop to diverse and cutting-edge screenwriters and screenplays.
Hi, I'm Ginger Yifan Chen, and I'm the co-coordinator for Unfinished Works. The script will now be read to you by members of the Film Lab's Actor Directory. Our cast members are Becca Jung, Soraya Butler, Mami Kimura, Roy Koshi, Kimberly David, and last but not least, our narrator, Melissa Skirble. Now let's begin our table read of Don't Worry About It by Melissa Kong.
Interior, Walter's kitchen, day. Hannah grabs water from one of those office water dispensers and downs a cup of water after that awkward exposure. Hannah washes her hands.
First day, huh?
Hannah turns to see Callie, 30s, behind her, holding a bag of bread. She has a sisterly, friendly vibe, like the embodiment of a warm hug.
Did the nervous look give it away?
This place treats anxiety, so everyone kind of looks like that.
Callie grabs a piece of bread and puts it in the toaster. She notices Hannah washing her hands.
You know, some therapists ban their patients from doing their compulsions, cold turkey.
Hannah pulls her hands away.
Don't worry, I won't tell.
She mimes zipping her mouth.
Secret safe with me.
Pop. Callie takes her food and walks away. Hannah returns to her compulsion. Interior hallway day. She looks around at the art and crafts made during art therapy classes. It's mostly average art pieces and overly dramatic on the nose pieces like a dark cloud with the word depression written in it and a person underneath. Interior front desk, day. Hannah grabs the bathroom key. Interior hallway, continuous. Hannah stands outside the bathroom debating about whether to use it. She enters. Interior bathroom, continuous. There's shit everywhere. It's the dirtiest bathroom ever. In reality, it's your standard office bathroom and relatively clean. She runs out, starting to panic. Interior front desk, continuous. Hannah turns to the desk and throws the key back, which hits Kevin.
Sorry.
Interior individual room, day. Hannah's leg nervously bounces up and down. She squeezes hand sanitizer onto her hands.
Hello again.
Callie enters with a large binder. Hannah is surprised.
I'm Callie, your therapist.
Hannah is about to put her hand out for a handshake, but Callie turns to pull up a chair and sits.
About earlier, when I was washing my hands.
Yeah, tell me. What were some of the thoughts you were having before that?
I was thinking about all the door handles I touched, the bathroom key. People take it with them when they go to the bathroom. What if they didn't wash their hands? Then I thought about this room, like who was here before me? What if they took a seat on the bus and they sat on a seat that a homeless person slept on? What if
Go on.
What if they farted on this chair? I know it's so dumb. Saying it out loud, I sound like an idiot.
No, it's not dumb. Those are your OCD thoughts, but that's why you're in here, so we can learn how to handle them. Have you ever done exposures before?
I kind of got an idea. I helped some kid earlier with theirs.
Okay, good.
Callie goes to a whiteboard and draws a line.
Let's say this line represents our behavior. Here we have normalized behavior.
She makes two intersecting lines and labels that normalized.
OCD.
On the far left, she labels it OCD. She goes to right on the far right.
And here is
Disgusting.
yes, or what we might call lower frequency or abnormal. And in order for us to go from OCD back to normalized behavior, we have to
Draws an arched arrow from OCD to disgusting.
overcorrect here to get back to here.
She draws an arrow from disgusting back to normal.
We hope this overcorrection or exposures will help us realize, hey, if I can touch garbage and eat my lunch without washing my hands and be okay, then maybe I don't need to wash my hands X number of times after I use the bathroom. We'll start off simple. And you'll do multiple trials of each exposure until your anxiety lowers. They'll get more difficult as we move forward. It's not going to be easy and it's not going to be comfortable, but that's the point. We have to sit with that uncomfortable feeling and habituate from it.
Hannah looks nervous.
What if this doesn't work and I'm stuck like this forever?
Your OCD loves uncertainty, even the uncertainty of whether therapy works. OCD thrives on that shit.
And I hate shit.
Well, no one likes shit, but it's how we react to it. If you were to shake someone's hand right now, what would you do?
Wash my hands. A lot.
Why?
I would think, what if they didn't wash their hands after using the bathroom? Or what if they touched something that someone else touched and didn't wash their hands? Basically, by shaking hands, I feel like my hand touched their ass.
And your feelings are valid, but feelings are not always factual. Because if that hand butt thing were true, I'd love to shake Brad Pitt's hands.
Interior, individual room day. Hannah stares at an inspirational poster eating a cookie. Knock, knock. Callie enters and looks at Hannah's check-in questionnaire.
Where'd you get that?
Molly?
Callie shakes her head in disappointment like a grade school teacher.
She wasn't supposed to give that to you. Next time, make sure she doesn't pawn off her snacks on you.
Oh, sorry.
Says you were very anxious last night. Makes sense, especially since it was your first day here yesterday. You spent an hour and a half in the shower? Is that your usual amount of time?
She shakes her head.
They're getting longer.
Okay, we'll work on that. Anything trigger it?
She shrugs.
You ready for your first exposure today?
I guess.
Love the enthusiasm. Okay, let's start off by touching door handles and not a finger or a knuckle or the back of your hand. I know how your OCD likes to think. A full grip. You're going to do that about 5 times. Allow yourself to habituate after each trial. And most importantly, do not wash your hands after. Do you need me to go with you for support?
I don't think so. It seems so stupid that I've been avoiding them. It's just a door handle.
Not to your OCD, it isn't. You, Hannah, know it's a door handle. And there's the possibility of germs, but it's whether or not you're willing to accept it and tolerate it.
What if this door handle has urine and feces particles all over it?
It could, but we don't know.
But it could.
But we don't know.
Oh, we know. Have you met humans?
Yes, but can we live with that uncertainty?
I guess.
You got this.
Callie exits.
Or maybe I don't.
Interior hallway day. Hannah stands in front of a door.
Easy.
She reaches her hand out. Insert image of something gross like man scratching his butt, snot, a flood of images.
Nope.
Hannah walks away. Interior individual room day. Hannah spins in her chair.
How did it go?
Not well. I used to be able to do these things so easily, and now
Hey, it's your first exposure. Don't beat yourself up. Why do you think you couldn't do it?
I just kept getting these images in my head. How gross everything is.
Are those intrusive thoughts necessarily true? Is there any physical evidence?
Not to the naked eye.
Should we get a swab and send it to a lab to find out?
I mean,
No. We have to go toward that uncomfortable feeling and sit in it. Otherwise, we let OCD take the driver's seat and you're sitting in the back seat. watching everything pass you by. Wouldn't you rather be hanging out with your family and friends, dating or seeing a movie, or would you rather be cleaning?
Hannah
Okay. I'll be back to check in a little later.
She exits. Hannah spins her chair around and lands in front of an inspirational poster that reads something like, "There's no elevator to success. We have to take the stairs."
Fine.
Interior hallway day. Hannah in front of the door. She contemplates for a second, but then she rips the figurative Band-Aid off and grabs the door handle. A huge grin crosses her face. Interior kitchen. Moments later, Hannah ritualizes. Callie passes by.
Hey,
Damn, you caught me.
you're not in trouble. Why did you give in to your compulsion?
I was thinking, what if someone came in the room before me, sneezed, and wiped their snot on the door handle?
Is there any evidence of that?
Hannah shakes her head.
It's just a feeling, just a thought. So, when we give in to our compulsions, we got to do the opposite. In this case, let's recontaminate.
She waves toward a door handle nearby. Hannah reluctantly grabs it. Hannah looks back at her filthy, dirt-covered hand. In reality, there's nothing there.
Still got one more life, Hugh?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've just been shooting, hoping it hits something.
So, how are things going?
You want to talk now?
Well, seeing as life is just 3 laser beams away from ending, I feel like there's no better time.
Things have been okay.
Over here.
They find cover and he lays back on the floor.
I was worried about you. I mean, we all were.
I'm glad I managed not to push everyone away. I haven't really told too many people, but I've been going to this therapy program for contamination OCD.
Yeah, I kind of figured something was up.
He gently grabs her hand.
Your hands look better.
She smiles.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
What?
Help!
Gabe is cornered. He steps out, gets shot. He's down to 1 life. Just run for it.
Come on, guys. I paid for the full hour. The least you could do is cover me.
Duty calls.
I got you covered.
Hannah moves out. Lucas gets out and tries to stifle a burp. Damn nacho. Hannah is shot.
Sorry, I don't really know how to cover.
Another player comes around the corner, aiming at Hannah.
No!
Daisy flies in the air to protect Hannah, and she lands hard.
Daisy, are you okay?
She stands up with her back to them.
Yeah, I think so.
She turns to them.
Oh!
Daisy's nose is bent and crooked. Interior, ER waiting area, night. Daisy with Hannah. Hannah concentrates on her breath. She is rather calm despite all the natural exposures of a hospital. Gabe stands in front of a vending machine, unable to decide.
Thanks for coming with me.
Well, you did unnecessarily jump in front of a light beam to save me. So I kind of felt like it's the least I could do.
Daisy laughs.
You're funny.
She continues laughing a little too hard.
EMT gave you a lot of pain meds, huh?
No.
Daisy looks around at all the sick and injured people.
Will you hold my hand? Please. I'm scared.
Okay.
They hold hands, awkward silence. Daisy stares out at the ER and looks nervous.
Wow, you really are scared.
Huh?
You haven't said anything for like a solid minute.
Oh, really? Do I talk a lot?
A nurse at the front desk. Daisy, how? Hannah is saved by the nurse. Daisy exits. Gabe plops down with way too many snacks.
I'm a stress eater.
No judgment.
These team outings are supposed to be fun. Instead, I made my employee's face.
I think you're blowing it out of proportion. She just has a broken nose.
Still.
Hannah, aren't you coming?
Hannah joins Daisy. Interior ER, couple of hours later, Daisy bandaged and iced, signed some papers. The nurse collects them. You're all set. Daisy and Hannah make their way out.
Ugh, hospitals scare me. Am I being a baby?
No, everyone is anxious about something.
Hannah sees a daughter, 17, enter with her father, 40s, on a stretcher. It's very somber. The daughter grabs her father's hand. Caught off guard, Hannah steps back. She walks directly into Gerald, 70s, a homeless man with dementia, matted hair, and a layer of filthy clothes on. He grabs her wrist with a dirt-covered hand. The smell is so pungent that Hannah recoils and attempts to escape his grasp. Clara, how are you?
I'm not Clara. Please let me go.
Gerald starts to cough, mouth uncovered. Hannah goes white. Her flight or fight instincts are kicking in.
Let me go. Stop. Help! Help!
A security guard and doctor come to the rescue. Hannah falls to the ground upon release.
Oh my gosh, are you all right?
I promise he meant no harm. He has dementia. Hannah's eyes dart back and forth. She sees bedpans, blood, puke, urine bags, etc. She starts to hyperventilate. Daisy, the doctor, and the security guard reach out to help Hannah up.
Don't touch me!
They pull back their hands. Daisy takes a step closer to Hannah.
Hannah?
Don't fucking come near me.
Hannah runs out. Exterior street, night. Hannah is in full panic mode as she runs down the street. She's short of breath and dizzy, and her heart is pounding, but this won't stop her. Insert a flood of images of Gerald, the dirty clothes, the skin darkened by grime, the dirt under his long fingernails, the woman in the park wiping dog poop on the bench, the old man patting her hand, the cookie on the toilet, etc. Exterior house, night. Hannah attempts to try to touch as little as possible. She grabs her keys with the tips of her fingers. She drops her keys.
Fuck.
Her hair falls in her face. She tries to shove it out of her face by blowing it away, which doesn't work. She accidentally uses her hand.
Fuck!
She finally gets the door open. Interior house, day, 1 year ago. Through the door walks Hannah in a summer-appropriate outfit with an iced coffee. She's about to head upstairs when she hears a tumble sound like someone falling. Hannah makes her way through the house. She finds her dad, Jack, 50s, weak, no more than a skeleton on the bathroom floor next to the toilet. It looks like he's fallen over trying to get off the toilet. His pants are around his ankles and he's soiled himself.
Dad.
She grabs a towel and wraps it around him. She tries to lift him. He's too weak and gets up to get up and help. She puts him back down. She tries again, but fails. She struggles to pick up her dad. Interior bathroom, night. Hannah finishes cleaning the bathroom. She starts to gather the cleaning supplies and looks around. She stares at the spot where her father fell. It's spotless. She goes to exit. She sees her dad slumped on the couch crying. It's a quiet, yet hopeless, devastating cry. Lily sits by him, trying to hold back her own tears. She turns back around and looks at the bathroom floor again. There is now a stain. She takes a spray out and starts to clean the floor again. Interior bathroom, night, present day. Hannah scrubs, her hands till they're red. Hannah showers and scrubs and scrubs. Then she cleans the bathroom. Interior living room, night. Lily looks at a clock that displays 1 a.m. Lily painfully listens to Hannah clean, unable to help her daughter. Interior bathroom, night. An exhausted Hannah, about to cry, turns on the shower faucet for another shower. Interior bedroom, night. The clock reads 4 a.m. as Hannah finally makes her way to her bed. She falls asleep instantly. Interior Walter's behavioral centered day. Check-in. Hannah is not there. Callie checks her watch and decides to proceed.
Zach, do you want to start?
My homework completed last night. Interior improv theater, night. A large crowd waiting. Tessa peeks through the curtains at the producers sitting in the back. The rest of the improv group is backstage, anxious, hoping Hannah shows up. Tessa looks back at Marcus and Mallory, who shake their heads no. Greg does a thumbs down while making a fart sound with his mouth. The team makes their way on stage to applause. Interior house, day. Hannah sits in her makeshift hazmat suit. The phone rings. The caller ID says Walters, but Hannah ignores it. Interior bedroom, night. Hannah on her bed. Her phone buzzes. It's Lucas sending pictures from the laser tag team outing. Hannah tosses her phone on the bed. Interior house day. A knock at the door. Lily enters with Callie. Hannah, annoyed, doesn't bother to look at them.
And don't. It's hopeless. It didn't work. I'm not going back.
But it's been so good for you. It's like I'm getting the old Hannah back.
Because this Hannah sucks.
No, you know what I mean. Therapy has really been helping you.
Yeah, but it can't fix the past. I can't turn back time.
What are you talking about?
Hannah tenses up.
Mom, even when he was dying, I was too scared to hug him. I was afraid of getting dirty. How stupid is that?
Honey,
He just kept getting weaker. I've never seen him cry like that before. I've never seen him scared, like really scared.
sweetie, we had no control over that.
He was in pain and I couldn't even hold his hand. I wish I could apologize to him.
None of this was really you. It was your OCD.
But he didn't know that. No one believed me till it got this bad. If I'd gotten help sooner, the whole time he was sick, he must have thought I was selfish. I couldn't be there for him. I just kept having all these thoughts. What if I don't say the right thing before he dies? What if he's still mad at me for something I did last week?
Hannah's anxiety escalates. She runs through her thoughts, unable to stop, as if she were back at the hospital watching her father die.
What if I committed a sin and he died because of me? What if did I wish that he got cancer? Am I the reason for it? What if I'm not there when he dies? What if I didn't get a chance to give him a hug or kiss him on the cheek before he dies? What if I bet that he lives if the Cubs win the World Series and they lose? What if he dies? I don't get a chance to make things right. What if he died thinking that I didn't love him?
Her tears well up.
Do you think he'll forgive me?
Hannah, if there's one thing that I'm 100% certain of it, it's how much your dad loved you and you loved him.
Hannah, your feelings are valid.
Stop with the fucking therapy. This isn't some handshake or a cookie on the toilet. It's different.
No, it's not. The notion that you had to handle his death just right. All those intrusive thoughts you were having, the anxiety, it might not be contamination, but that is your OCD. You either face it or let it control your life.
Hannah starts to recognize the truth in her words.
Show me.
Show you what?
Show me the concrete evidence that you didn't love your dad.
Hannah knows she doesn't have any.
So what do we do when we want to give in to our compulsions?
Exterior, cemetery, day. Hannah, in her hazmat outfit, stands in front of her dad's tombstone. She takes a moment, a silent goodbye. She bends down to face her dad's tombstone.
It was just a feeling.
Her gaze directly hits the tombstone. She doesn't hold back her tears. She lets all that anger out, regret, fear, anxiety, and worry. She puts her hand on top of the tombstone and kisses it. Another visitor, 60s, stands nearby. Oh, sweetie, don't do that. That thing was filthy. Hannah smiles at the visitor and starts to head out. She takes her hood off and unzips the hoodie. And that's the end.
And scene. Thank you so much. That was amazing. And those were 3 scenes from Melissa Kahn's feature screenplay, Don't Worry About It. Actors, thank you so much for volunteering your time and your talent. Let's have a round of applause for all of you and your hard work.
Yes, to all of you across the globe that have joined us remotely, please join us for the workshop to hear a brief synopsis about the rest of this piece and to participate in a discussion with the writer. We have her here, Melissa. Yes, she's down there. We're going to talk to her and talk about the script, and I'm just so excited. We'll enjoy a brief intermission, and I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you.
All righty.
And cut.